Joining us now, former Secretary of State under President Obama and the 2016 Democratic presidential nominee, Hillary Clinton. Madam Secretary, it is great to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy to be with you.
So, Madam Secretary, Joe Biden gets the easy part of this, where he gets to campaign from home. You had to fly all over the country. Mika and I would always talk about how unfair it was. I mean, Mika looking at me, just putting my hair under the water faucet, having to get made up. She always said, it's no fair, Barack Obama versus Hillary. It's just not fair for women. But how strange is it, though? I was commenting to Mika about seeing you last night. It really does, this strange world we live in, really takes you inside of people's homes. And it seems far more intimate, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, I don't think any of us knew what to expect, Joe, when we learned that we were literally not going to have much of a campaign and have a virtual convention. But I think it's worked out much better than I certainly anticipated. I thought the Biden campaign did an extraordinary job putting on the convention, and they overcame so many technical hurdles. They had a full crew in my living room when I addressed the convention on Wednesday night. So I don't know yet how it's going to affect voters. It seemed to have drawn a good number of eyeballs, both to TV and other channels on screens. So I'm hopeful that it will be a very positive experience for people who know that this is not a typical campaign year.
Before we get into questions specifically about the convention and how Joe Biden did and how you think this campaign is going to roll out, I want to talk very briefly about something that you warned all Americans about 4 years ago, something that we saw in December of 2015 when Donald Trump refused to criticize Vladimir Putin for killing journalists and political opponents. That continues even now. The president's known about bounties on young American troops' heads for at least 6 months. He still refuses to condemn Vladimir Putin. From Helsinki to bounties to this week, what can you tell Americans about your insights on that and the dangers you think it poses for this country?
You know, I do regret that we weren't able, either in my campaign or in the press or in any other way, to convince enough Americans to take seriously this really inexplicable attachment that Trump seems to have to Putin. He clearly admires Putin, his unlimited, unaccountable power. But I don't think there's any doubt any longer. You said it the other morning. The report that just came out, the 5th volume from the Senate Intelligence Committee, that was signed off on by Republicans as well as Democrats, paints a very clear and damning picture of the coordination between the Trump campaign and representatives of the Russian government and the interference that was directed by Putin from the Kremlin into our elections. But what's really troubling me is that even Trump's intelligence officials now, Joe, are saying it is still going on. It has not been stopped. We don't really yet know the full extent of what they did in 2016 and what they are now doing in 2020. We know that it goes in two directions. There's the actual, hacking and receipt and disclosure of stolen materials. We know that there was intrusions into a lot of election systems, and we know that we have the disinformation, the propaganda that they flood the online communities with. So I hope that Americans, regardless of party, will pay attention to the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee's work and understand that for whatever reason, Donald Trump unfortunately, models himself after Vladimir Putin.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.